Alright, hello everybody. Just got a rear tire replaced on my son's 650 Vulcan S. So I waited while they remounted the tire, and they pretty much sold out all their new bikes and have hardly any used bikes. So apparently the high demand for motorcycles continues into year 2. It helps getting those stimulus checks, and more people are discovering how fun it is to ride a motorcycle. As I said in one of my earlier videos this year, if there's a bike that you've been thinking about getting and haven't pulled the trigger, you pretty much better do it by now. It's going to be gone. So a combination of more interest in motorcycling, people receiving stimulus checks, and supply chain disruptions where dealers are getting fewer bikes or they're getting their deliveries delayed. So my son's 650 Vulcan S, it's got the Two Brothers full exhaust system, but we decided to go ahead and buy the silencers, as they call them, the decibel killer. I think it knocks about 5 decibels off the sound of the full exhaust by itself, and it actually kind of tunes it. Sounds it a little, in terms of sound, it's a better sounding exhaust note. Very throaty still though. Absolutely love this bike. I keep talking about this bike, I know, but I think the Vulcan 650S, or just really the Vulcan 650 in general, came out in 2015. I think it's one of the best bikes out there. I mean, it's around $8 grand out the door. The cafe version, extra like $500 or so, because you get this little cowl on it, which is kind of pricey, but the looks are really nice on it. It's got the 650 Ninja parallel twin engine. Got a lot of punch. So we put Sportsmax Q3 tires on this thing, which I think is going to be well, I should say tire, just the rear. He's got about 6,000 miles on it. The rear tire was pretty well flattened out on the tread, which happens when you live in Kansas. So what else is going on? I got a bunch of videos coming out related to my Indian demo day rides. I rode 5 bikes that day. It appears that I'm not triggering the left turn signal here. There's somebody behind me now. So be out on the lookout for those videos. This beautiful weather. It was 55 earlier this morning. It's going to be about 75 later today. Just fantastic spring weather. So it's kind of funny to be talking about dealers being out of new bikes and it's not even May yet. I don't know what the salespeople are going to do. I mean, they pretty much are out of bikes to sell. I don't know if some of them are just going to go home early for the season or what. Or if there'll be a second wave of motorcycle deliveries. Be interesting to keep track of that. You know, like one bike I've been anticipating is the new Yamaha MT-09 SP, but now I'm hearing that won't be late summer until or early fall delivery. Still waiting for the Pan America to show up at Harley dealerships. I know it's starting to show up at some places across the country. I know some people got some videos out on those, on their demos of that bike. I'm not watching those. I want to be able to ride one and do my own review, as it were, before I watch anybody else's videos on it. Oh yeah, the exhaust sounds way nicer now. I don't know, should I go back to work or should I ride around all day? Break the new tire in. This would be a good day to not go back to work, honestly, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to work. Alright, so anybody out there with a 650 Vulcan, the Two Brothers full exhaust with the silencers is definitely the way to go. We don't have a tuner on this bike. Thought about getting a power commander. I don't think we need it. These roads are unbelievably crummy. Kansas City, Missouri roads. This is what people get for their 1% city income tax, I guess. The earnings tax. I don't live in KCMO proper, so I would not live in Kansas City and pay that tax. Just on principle. They're kind of hurting from last year because so many people work from home and didn't report to a location in the city. So they got used to that money coming in before. Just past Reno's. We get a lot of bikes there. In fact, when my son was looking for bikes last year, he was going to get a MT-07, but they were selling bikes like hotcakes the day we rolled in to look at that MT-07, and there was just no deal. It was kind of a complicated thing, but we just couldn't work anything out on that bike, which is unusual. We usually are able to deal with them pretty well, so we decided to check out this Kawasaki, and I'm glad we went with this bike. Nothing against the MT-07, but I just really like this 650 Vulcan.